motherfuckers.
What up, everybody? It's your boy, Drunken Monkey, the monk, for today's podcast. Church of Chug coming at you with a Halloween episode. We're going to drink some scary beers. We're going to talk about Halloween and different things that we do during Halloween and Chug Week. Chug Week is upon us right now. But before we get into all that, let's talk about the beers we're chugging. Start with my boy, Friar Good Beer.
Bless you, my child. Bless you. I am going to be getting into this other half, Mascot Shifty. It's one of the Green City beers that I have left over.
Nice.
From what is this? 5:30, 1:30, 22. So hopefully it still stood up to chugging. All right. Cheers.
All right.
Guys, I'm still fucking hurting from yesterday. So.
All right. Creepy.
Oh, it looks like he's got a. All right.
All right. Enough of that creepy shit. I have to speak. All right. So I'm doing the adult content from Travis Beer Co. I think this is coming in at 7.5. I can barely see anything, so I'm just going to assume it's 7.5.
It sounds like you have an accent there. Where you from, man?
It's called fake teeth accent.
Oh shit!
Hopefully my eye won't fall off again. Just can't see anything without my axes.
All right, I'm back. Ice Queen, Sugar Queen.
I am having some of your darkest nightmare, liquid terror, wicked as sin, devilishly delightful, modern IPA from Pariah. There we go.
Nice.
Yeah.
This one is 6.6.
Okay. And I am doing a little adroit theory, abandon all hope. It is a Hazy Imperial, 8.3%.
That's an awesome can, man.
It is. Yeah, I love that.
They kill it with their can art.
So, with that being said,
Oh man! All right,
let's start things off. Let's bless the sacrament.
Let's satanify it instead, shall we?
All right. 3, 2, 1. Cheers, everybody. Yes.
That almost came up, bro. Ooh.
Woo.
Oh my good gravy. Oh my God.
Ooh.
The two of you should bless me right now. These friggin' things cause the carbonation to reagitate, so I just got nothing but foam as it was passing through my fan.
Did a fucking 16-ounce milk tube.
Holy shit.
Oh.
Dreadful.
So right before we get into our discussion, let's talk about what we're cruising with. We'll go in reverse order. Sugar Queen.
I am drinking Practical Elegance from Pure Project, and it is their first smoothie style with cherry and raspberry, and it is at 6.6%.
Nice. Creepy.
We're going to go with a very colorful can of Ruckus 10%er, also from Travis Beer Co. Love that name, Ruckus, because that's what I intend to do, is create a ruckus.
Yeah.
I can't open it with my nails.
My good Friar.
So guys, I have a can of. It's called Phantasm of the Opera. It is a District 96 Twin Elephant collaboration. Again, one of those back of the fridge finds. So let's hope it stood up to
The test of time.
Is that
Yeah.
is that one of the ones that I gave you?
No, that's an old one, man. That's been in there for. It's when they, remember when everybody was fucking with Phantasm?
Yeah, and they still are.
Yeah, that was like a Phantasm summer, man. Everybody was doing that shit. There's some
It's
stuff in the
very
bottom,
expensive.
but still looks nice. So let's see.
I'm sure it's gonna be banging.
So I'm doing who the fuck is this by? I don't see a damn brewery. Oh, Mason Ale Works. Mason Ale Works.
Where are they out of?
This is sweet creams are made of these. This is a 8% heavily fruited sour ale with raspberry and blueberry.
Oh shit! All right.
And I'm gonna chug this about halfway through the episode, so I'm just gonna let it warm up a little bit.
Richard,
Gotta
I happen to think of-
keep getting my count up.
I think you have a penchant for the fruited high. What is it? The diabetic beers. I think you like those a lot.
Yes, I do. They taste good. They're very tasty. So I guess one of the first things we could talk about real quick is Chug Week. Chug Week is upon us right now. About twice a year, an event is put on to see who could do the most chugs, and there's a couple other I guess awards or categories that you can win in. Fastest straw chug, highest number of chugs, fan favorite, best costume are a couple of the different categories. So this year, typically every year it's put on by Hops Chaser. For some reason, he does not have an IG account. Nobody's really sure exactly why or what happened, if his account got hacked or deleted or what. So there's a group of us that came together to set up a new page, Chug Week Never Dies, and we're kind of the admins for Chug Week this week to keep it going. The idea is to bring people together. It's not just pounding as many beers as you possibly can. Well, kind of is about that, but it's more about community, more about bringing people together. It's during this week that a lot of people do more group chugs. So, getting together on IG, having some laughs and chugging good beer. So, what do you guys think of Chug Week? Are you guys participating? What do you think of the videos and all that stuff?
I mean, I'm ready. I was originally gonna try to do my best, my personal record, but I don't know. I did 26 last time, so I mean, I think it's doable, but I also got a lot of shit going on this week, so
Yeah.
So it's one of those weird ones where, last time or one of the first times when they did this and everybody was home, it was easy because I was working from home and I could just fucking take a couple, minutes during lunch and then, or, whenever I can and just, kick one back. But now it's a little different, I actually got to be at somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think the school's going to let me chug it.
You can bring some in lunch pail.
But yeah, I definitely want to participate. And I'm glad that, I was questioning too, because I was like, I had not seen anything posted about it. And I know it's always during Halloween, so or around that time. So I'm glad that somebody else stepped up, or you guys stepped up and brought it back.
Yeah, I got to give it up to Parched. We Are Parched. He kind of spearheaded the whole thing and put the group together. He was the one kind of asking and kind of keeping his ear to the ground and figuring out what was going on and if we're going to continue it. And so we'll be officiating, so to speak, and reposting them and keeping track of the chugs. Just after the first day, I mean, not even the first day, it hasn't even been 24 hours yet. I don't understand how the fuck that guy did it by himself. Like, there's a lot of chugs that you get tagged in to try to keep track of and to repost and to keep count of. It's a lot for one man to do. And I know that he did it during work. He basically get off work and then spend a couple hours getting caught up who was where and reposting everything. I don't know how he did it. So there's 6 of us now, and we're all kind of sharing the responsibility. So it's definitely a lot of work.
What was I gonna ask you? So now that you're part of the admin group, we're not gonna see a fucking fan favorite no more this year.
I'm still competing.
Okay.
So it'll still be by votes. I think we'll set up. I think just like he did, we'll do a post of vote for these numbers, and somebody will tally up those numbers. The biggest thing that we had, like we set up a little group chat, and the biggest thing that we were talking about was this is for fun. This is not to step on anybody's toes, and it's for bragging rights, but it's for friendly bragging rights. Like, we're not trying to be, make this into a battle or a war or anything like that. It's honor system. It's about community. It's about getting together and just having a good time. And that's it. That's all it's about. So, if you don't complete a chug in exactly 15 seconds, oh fucking well. If it's close enough, it's close enough. And nobody's measuring glasses and watching you pour it into the glass to make sure it's absolute 16 ounces or whatever. It's for fun. It's for community. Right. So, honor system, kind of keep it together kind of thing.
All right. So with that being said, you don't have to show the pour, because people can get away with some shit. I can hold the glass this high, pour beer, and there could be about a quarter of warm water at the bottom. Or orange juice. That would really kind of throw things off for some
yeah,
people.
but
somebody else's
at the end of the day, you're gonna be the one that knows that, and
But I can drink 4 beers in a day if I cut it with water. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, did you guys augment the rules a little bit, where it's like, just you don't have to pour it, you can just show it and drink it and not worry about. Well, I'm sure most of the people are not going to fuck around. I'm sure most of them are like, I'm going to drink a beer.
Yeah. And I think everybody's pretty much said the last times where you already show the can of the beer anyway.
Yeah. And I think there's no prize, except bragging, right?
Yeah.
Well, bragging, right? If you're cheating the system, what are you gaining out of it?
Yeah.
There's no purse. So yeah. You cheated your way to nothing. Yeah, I won nothing. Just so I'm the winner of nothing. I won nothing, but I'm the winner of it.
So the winner usually gets like a beer package. Like somebody, like whoever puts it together. When I've won, one of the times that I won fan favorite, not every time, but a couple of times I won fan favorite. Hops Chaser sent me a package of beer, like 4 beers and a couple stickers. It's not nothing. It's a great gesture. It's a nice little recognition. Do you need to cheat to get something like that? I don't know. Like, how desperate are you for followers to really, cheat?
Not much of a gain there, really.
Yeah. But like I said, it's not necessarily about the competition as much as it is about the community. Like, people tag more and chug more during this week and do more group chugs during this week and dress up in funny costumes and just have a good time during the chug weeks than most of the time during the rest of the year. So I think that's what it's mainly about. And that's what when we were in our little group chat, that's kind of what we were trying to focus on, was it's more about community. So
yeah, and I think one of my favorite parts was just chugging with other people. I think that's really the only way I got 26 last time, because they were like, we're already chatting, you want to just jump in and do a chug? I was like, all right, fuck it, I'll do one.
Those are my too, like big groups and having besides, but yeah, I like chugging with everybody else. Like when there's like 8 people in chugging together, those are fun.
Right. Good camaraderie. I am not going to be trying at all, because honestly, like the truth is, if I don't think I stand a chance to win, I just don't put myself out there, because I can't do what you guys do. I really can't. I think the one time we did, I think I might have had maybe 12, 13. That's it. But I'm losing an eye. I think I'm losing an eye. Hold on. All right. But seriously, I put myself in that position of like, you know what? I can't compete with Drunken Monkey and Parch and Brewski Bonds and Alex TNA. That dude, it just goes down. He just, so it's like, for me, it's like, I'll let these guys who really can just knock beer out do the thing, because it wears on me the next day. I can't do that shit anymore.
It's absolutely a rough week. I'm not gonna lie. I think the most I've done, I think, is 53. I think is the most I've done.
This morning. You started this morning.
Yeah, I started right at 3 a.m., it started at midnight Pacific time. So I started right at 3 a.m. Ice Queen did a chug with me, and about 20 minutes later, I did another one solo and went to bed. It's a rough week. I'm by the end of the week, I'm like, I don't want to have another beer for at least a week. Like it's a fucking grind if you want to try to keep up. But I don't know. It's a good time. I always look forward to it. And then about halfway through the week, I'm like, fuck, this week needs to end.
Yeah, but I do remember we had spoken about this last time, and it was that, and I'm going to bring it up again because it's worth bringing up. Does it get abusive? Are you, it's that abusive factor, because if people are pushed enough to do it, they're going to do it. But at what cost? Like, so some people, they're going to be fucked up really badly. It just, some people just can't just tolerate that much alcohol, and it's either abusive or fun, and it's kind of that fine line.
I mean, like my view on that is like, listen, you're an adult, dude. If this is not gonna be something that you're enjoying, then why the fuck are you doing it, right? Like,
all right, that's a good point. It's a good way of looking at it. Sure.
We're all adults, dude. Like, hey, listen, if you know that chugging beer is not what you're supposed to be doing, then don't do it, bro. Like, if you can hang and you're cool about it, then cool. But and I understand too, like, there are people that can't handle that. There are people that don't know their limits or can't handle certain things. So
well, yeah, I mean, I know quite a few people who had to leave the IG beer community because their significant others were saying, look, you know what, you're getting carried away, and they had to stop drinking. You get carried away with this shit really easily. Right, so the other thing is this: you said there were categories of best chug and best costume. Are you guys going to do that as well?
Yeah, best costume. I think what is it? Best costume, fastest straw chug. I think fastest 32-ounce chug. What else was there? Fan favorite, most chugs. I think that was it.
Are you going to give the women their own category, or are they just coupled in with the guys?
They're coupled in with the guys. Everybody's equal.
Sure. Yeah, everybody's got a throat. Just got to relax it.
Everybody's equal in the house of the Lord.
And as well as the Satanic Church, of course. But the other thing I wanted to ask was, and you made the point of saying that dude had to do this all by himself, and there was a lot of people doing a lot of chugs. So do you guys break it up now? Like, do you get X amount of followers that you have to be in charge of, or do you all collectively just say, all right, this person did this? Because you can kind of mix things up. I mean, you can calculate twice by accident if you're not in charge of specific.
Right. So one of the things that we mentioned in the rules is that when you make your post for your chug, to put the number that you're on, and make sure you tag us, and then we could always go back and verify that. Yeah, if you said you're on 5, we could go back and verify that yes, you were on 5.
Right.
But any one of us could go in, and if you posted a chug and you said you're on 5, I'm just going to write down that Beer Love is on 5, and just to kind of keep track that way. And when we post it to the story, and we have an active chat between all 6 of us just to kind of make sure. But Padre is getting ready for his wedding this week. Congratulations to Drinking with Padre, the reigning champ.
Really? Wow. Oh, that's right. That's right.
he lost a lot of weight, and he does not want to gain it all back by doing 110 chugs this week like he did before, when he's about 6 days away from his wedding.
It's a shitload of empty calories, man.
So I was gonna bring that up. I was gonna ask who's the top right now, the most chugs? Is him?
I think right now it's Brewski Bonds.
Oh, okay, but he won last time, right? Or
oh yeah, last time it was Drink with Padre. He's the back-to-back champ. I think he did over 100 chugs twice in a row. I think it was like 107 the first time, and then like 112 the second time, something like that. Something insane. And a lot of times what they do is they take the week off. I mean, a lot of them aren't working during that week.
Right,
I mean,
I was gonna say, either they work remotely and they don't have to leave their house, but did anybody do the math to figure out what the fuck that takes? That's 16 ounces, over 100 cans in a week.
Yeah. So I did 50. I've been working from home for the last 2.5 years. I did 53, and I basically was just trying to get 7 a day. I was like, if I do 7 a day and I get 1 extra, I'll get 50. And that was all I was shooting for. And I ended up with 53. So one of those days I did like 9 or 10 or something like that. And that was about it. But that's fucking rough, dude. Like 7 a day, rough. To get to over 100, you have to do like 13 a day.
That's so detrimental to your health, man. Like, what the fuck, man? That's crazy.
Yeah. It's a lot. Now, again, what a lot of them do is, like what Padre did was he would get like Sierra Nevadas, and the limit is 6%. So if you look at like, what's the green can from Sierra Nevada?
Pale ale.
Yeah, the regular pale ale. It's like 6.5%, 7%.
Yeah.
So if you get a case of that and just keep buying cases of that, you're keeping your ABV somewhat low. And if you space them out, it's not too bad. Like when I did mine, I would do one like maybe every hour, hour and a half. In between, I was eating and drinking water and stuff like that. So I wasn't just falling on my face by the end of the night. But dude, to do twice as much as I was doing per day, I could not fucking imagine. That's a lot.
No, I'm telling you, and I can't imagine the weight gain that would put on you. That like you would have to fucking gain so much weight.
It's like 7,000 calories a day in just beer.
Oh my God, his poor wife. You know what this beer do to your stomach? Nothing but a Dutch oven every day of the week. Holy shit.
But
crazy, man. So the rules are 6% or higher, 16 ounces. You said roughly 15 seconds, right? Because that's about the post.
Yeah. Well, so Instagram changed or updated, I guess, its stories to where you could do a story post up to a minute long. Oh, so it's no longer just 15 seconds for a story post. And that's what it originally was that it was 15 seconds for a story post. So you had to complete your chug in one story post. Now, since they're a minute long, nobody's sitting there watching you like once it hits your lips and clicking a timer. It's
16, bro. Sorry.
It's being reasonable. You have a 20-second video, but you're showing the can. And then after your chug, you're showing your glass and doing all this extra stuff. Then it was probably around 15 seconds. Like I said, we're not saying, nope, doesn't count. We're not being dicks about, like I said, it's trying to be inclusive. But if somebody is like really struggling to get something down and it takes them 30 seconds to get it, and they only have a couple chugs, like they're not really competing for the title, it'll probably still count. I mean,
right, because you just want to participate. You're basically
exactly.
Listen, I'm not trying to win with my 20-some chugs. There's no way I'm trying to win anything. So
it's all about being inclusive. That's all. Just be part of it.
Exactly.
The whole
I just want my participation trophy.
All right. So my question is this. All right. So far, we have no. Who was the person that was in charge of this initially?
Hops Chaser.
Okay, so he's MIA right now because we don't know if his account is gone or whatever. What happens in the next time that there is Chug Week? Will you be continuing
Yes.
this, or are you going to give it back to Hop Chaser?
So the idea is that we'll probably continue it. But I guess we'll have to see. I mean, Parch, like I said, Parch kind of spearheaded this whole thing.
Right.
And he's friends with Hops Chaser. I don't know if he's friends with him, like has his phone number and talks to him outside of IG or not, but he used to talk to him all the time. And I know he used to chug with him all the time.
Right.
So I think if he does come back, there'll be some discussion and maybe use that page for Chug Week, the one that we created, use that page for Chug Week. And if he wants to manage it, or if he wants our help managing it, then we'll probably just work together on the next Chug Week, which won't be until about March.
He would probably welcome the help, because I know he said a few times it's really hard for him. I kind of feel like wish people would have volunteered to help him before, and hopefully he didn't just shut it down because he was like, you know what, fuck this, I can't do it, it's too much work, I'm just gonna close my page, you know.
I hope that's not the case too. I absolutely agree, because it was a lot of work.
Right.
He
So I'm going to play
on
on devil's advocate, because I'm the closest thing that looks like the devil right now. Would you think if he was to be upset by the fact that you guys are doing this, or do you think he's going to be happy that my idea is carried through? I think he would be happy to know that you guys are continuing this.
I think so too. I think so too.
Yeah, absolutely.
So another topic that we're going to talk about was Halloween. Halloween is tomorrow. Are there any traditions that that you guys do for Halloween, either with your families or with your friends, dressing up, parties, whatever?
For us this year we actually, and we've been talking about this for many years, and this year my wife and my sisters actually did something about it and actually threw a Halloween party yesterday. We had a pretty good turnout. I was surprised, you know, how people really got into it, and we had a best dressed costume, like, so we had like best couples costume, best singles, and then best kids, and you know, they gave away prizes. They gave away like cash prizes and stuff and stuff like that. So what's that?
I'm coming out next year.
Yeah, no, it was actually pretty fun. Like, we had some folks that went all out, like with their costumes, like really fucking went all out. So it was interesting. You know, I didn't think the turnout was gonna be like that, but it ended up being a really good night. Nice. Even the racist came out. She was
what?
She's out here from Cali.
Was there craft beer there?
There was only craft beer there, because obviously I was buying beer.
You know what I'm asking?
You're gonna find Rheingold at fucking Ricky's house.
You know, a few people did bring a couple cases of Modelos and what are those, like the hard seltzers and stuff like that?
Yeah, but they're called bitches, man. I'm sorry.
Well,
you
call them what you want, but but
now,
as far as like
plan and do it in a house, or did you like rent somewhere?
No, we rented they rented a venue. I say we, right? And I didn't do shit, but they rented a venue, and they went all out, like decorated the whole venue and everything. It was
I thought this was at your crib.
No, man, no. I'm not having fucking 80 people at my house.
How many people?
It was I'm gonna say about 60 to 70, maybe. I didn't really count, but
good.
Wow.
And I completely passed my mind. I forgot about the whole fucking thing, but you know, that's all good. It's all good.
That's so awesome.
Yeah, I had no idea it was that big. I knew you had like a party, but like,
yeah, I thought it was like 15, 20 people. I thought it was
exactly.
Place.
No, that was a good crowd. Like I said, I didn't realize there was gonna be that many people either, because you know, I wasn't in charge. I didn't put none of this together, so no idea. So it was interesting. It was really cool. First time I actually go to like a Halloween party where I'm actually, I was wearing the same shit, so yeah, I was dressed up, I guess, yeah.
Padre.
Yeah, it was just fun. By the way, being in the robe is fun, dude. Like, I didn't wear no fucking. I mean, I was wearing boxers, but I wasn't wearing anything else. It's fucking.
No choice.
I'm wearing this. I'm going to be sitting on the side of my door, hiding. And when these little kids come, I'm just gonna
God, you're scare the shit out of them.
Well, you know what? I remember, like, and I'm sure I'm gonna get some parents pissed off, like I scared their kid, but I'm hoping to scare the parents as well. But here's the thing: back in the day when I was a child, that's what you did. You scared the shit. Oh, I'm losing an eye. Wait, hold on. All right. So back in the day, you would scare kids. I mean, like, people like pretended they were a fucking scarecrow, and they would fucking.
That was back in the day, trick or treating was you earned your candy, dude. If you
Word, man, that's yeah. And my mother used to get mad at me when me and my sister get up to the door, and we didn't say shit. We just knocked, and we just put our bag out. And my mother say trick or treat. She hated the fact that we didn't say it. We never said trick or treat. So I'm gonna, make this kid pay for it. That's all. Earn your candy, motherfucker.
Here,
you guys normally get a lot of trick or treaters coming by you.
Me?
I mean, my neighborhood's not that great, so we rarely get many. We get maybe a few here and there.
No, I know in your neighborhood, you guys give out like bullets, knives.
Gotta keep the kids safe out there, bro.
And hand grenades.
I'm fucking sorry.
Like
No crack.
Bougie kind of HOA area, and I get a shit ton. I always run out, but I am very generous too. I'm like, hey, you look, especially the little kids. I'm like, I give it up. I don't care. And if I know that the kids in the area, I make them their own special bags so that when they get here, my neighbor can get their own. They don't have the regular candy. But every year,
candy bars?
Oh yeah, and like out in the front right now, I have huge spider webs and a spider that drops down and wiggles, and like I play music really loud, and I sit out there, have a craft beer, give the kids candy, because my kids are just too cool for that now. My daughter goes to her own parties. Oh, she just made me a coochie board. Look at this. How nice.
Nothing better than a coochie board.
Yeah, she goes to her own parties because she's 19, and then my youngest is 12. He likes to go with his friends just around the local area, but they don't want parents there, They're like, ugh, get out of here.
Right.
And my middle one refuses to wear a costume. He literally sits on the couch and watches me pass out candy. And he steals candy, obviously, also while we're doing it. And then when the other two come home, they all donate some candy to him because he hates to wear costumes. So, but every year I always decorate the house. I always, to me, my parents used to scare the shit out of us. One year, let me tell you this story. I know. One year they took us dressed up and they said, oh, we got to make a stop first. So we're all dressed up in our costumes, and my mom was like always all for whatever you wanted to be. She was going to get you that costume or make it, right? That year I was an African dancer. I had a grass skirt. I had all kinds of crazy, like the big feather mask, and it was really cool. But anyway, we get there. She said, get in the car. We're going for a ride. And we need to go by Steve's house. That was her boyfriend, right? My stepdad, eventually. But I'm like, all right. So we all get in and we're like all excited because my mom's going to take us around to like a complex. So like all these places, we would stay out for a good 2-3 hours. She pulls into a fucking graveyard. A graveyard. Pulls into the graveyard at night, parks, and says, get out. And my sisters, I had to be in like 3rd or 4th grade, and I'm the oldest. These fools get out the car. I said, nah, I'm good. I stayed in the car and locked all the doors. And I'm sitting there pissed off as all hell because I'm like, I can't believe she took us to the graveyard. I hate her. Like, I was so mad.
And as the oldest, you're supposed to be the bravest.
I don't know. I was like, I'm not even trying to play this game. So the other two get out, and she's walking with them. Mind you, my stepdad's hiding behind some headstone, waiting for them with a ski mask on. And as soon as they walk around, I just hear screams, and they're all running. And my mom's like ready to piss herself. She's laughing so hard. And they're screaming, dressed like little fairies, like little girl costumes, and they're running to the car like someone's about to murder them. That's the kind of stuff my parents would do. My stepdad would also like they were dating and we didn't live together. So we would be like trick-or-treating, and you would just see this weird Jason looking man standing behind stuff everywhere we go. It was my stepdad. Scaring the shit out of all the trick-or-treaters. He would hide behind the trees and just not say anything. And it was like pitch dark out. He was crazy. So I don't know. I grew up with that kind of.
I think that's fun though. I think I really, that's
fun.
involvement. That's
It
just
sounds like fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I think they really got into it for you. You know,
It was fun. I was just like the sensible one of the three, you know. But I remember being in the bedroom, even when it wasn't Halloween, at my grandparents' house, and me and my cousins are watching TV, and someone comes and like taps on the window, and you looking at someone with a stocking over their head, and you're like, like that was my mom when I was a kid. That was the stuff she used to do. So get those kids, Bear Lover.
I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna just reach out and just gently like. I'm just gonna let it happen.
The only thing missing is the blood and stuff, man. That's the only thing missing.
Oh no, that's gonna happen. I can't do the blood thing now. I make my fake blood. I use red dye number 2, chocolate syrup, and a little bit of warm water.
Oh yeah,
it works. That's it works, man. I love it. So yeah, I'm gonna make sure that they have an experience. They're not gonna get away with it.
yeah.
You buy me to get your Snickers bar. You want Snickers? Come by me. Come at me, man. Come at me for that Snickers. You want
All
Three
right,
Musketeers?
Good question. But now we're talking about trick or treating and stuff. Best things to get in trick or treating and worst things to get when you're trick or treating.
The worst things is when somebody gives you money for UNICEF. Sorry. Don't give me a box of raisins. Don't give me a box of raisins, you fucking weirdo.
God, that was the worst.
Those little Sunmaid. What the fuck am I gonna do with this shit?
What about dentists that pass out?
Yeah, I have that too. I've gotten a toothbrush before when I'm fucking toothbrush and one of the little toothpaste things.
Best thing is cigarettes.
Cigarettes.
Candy cigarettes. Yeah, the kind with the gum powder and you blow it out.
Do you know if those are gone?
Yeah, they're gone.
You can still buy them.
No, you can buy them online at Amazon, but you can't readily get them in the store.
No.
Because it promotes cigarette smoke for youth. So they got rid of it. Everybody now, after Facebook has been made, is a candy ass. You can't do shit now because fucking Facebook. That's my opinion. That's Creepy's opinion. Facebook, fuck you. Fuck you. You created a generation of candy asses who can't fucking deal with the reality of truth. Fuck you.
And the houses that give full ass on dollar candy bars are really awesome. That's my mom's house.
Yeah, so when we were growing up, you know, we lived in Mount Vernon in this area here where I live now, and then you know, it's not the best area. So you know, back in the days it was maybe a little bit more dangerous, but now it's kind of better. But the town, 2 towns over, you know, it's a little bit more well off and everything. That's where we would all go fucking tricky. We would just tell our parents to drop us off and then pick us up on the other side of the town, and then we, you know.
What town is that?
Pelham.
I don't know that area.
Pelham and like Eastchester and all that area, Scarsdale.
It's much different now. I mean, I remember I used to go out when I was a kid. I would use a fucking pillowcase.
Yeah.
Fill that motherfucker up, bring it home, and go back out again and get another fucking
We would
another
have
bagful.
months.
Nowadays, people have that little fucking junket of that McDonald's pail. That fucking what the fuck are you gonna put in there? What the fuck is that? A little.
I buy my kids shopping bags, like the ones from the store, the big Halloween one, like huge.
If I could have used a sleeping bag, I would have used a fucking sleep. I mean, it's just come on. You know, it was fun.
Pillowcases. That's what.
Yeah, that's what I use a pillowcase. That's it.
Yep.
And at the end of that fucking night, when I saw raisins and fucking pennies for UNICEF, are you fucking mad? Are you nuts?
So did you guys ever?
By the way, those fucking pennies, they're not worth a lot of money. They're worth like 1970. So now they're worth money.
Did you guys ever do it? Did you guys? I don't know, guys, where you guys live, but typically the night before Halloween was like mischief night.
Absolutely.
and then that's when you go out and like fucking egg like a house or like,
It's tonight, isn't Sunday Mischief night?
yeah, technically yes. So like you would go out egg a house or like toilet paper or a fucking tree somewhere or something.
Right, set a house on fire, yeah. Or not,
Yeah, I mean, we did that
well,
too,
maybe
but-
not. I mean, maybe I shouldn't say that because
While the people are in it.
yes, because they're asleep. That's the best
We
time. Have a
barricade
barbecue.
the doors so they can get out.
Yeah, kids out here can do whatever the fuck they want. There's no cops.
All right.
So we used to, so when we were little, everybody had the same cable company. So we would go around town with the remote for the cable box and turn people's TV on at like 2:00 in the morning
Right.
through their window and put it like on full blast. And they'd come running out like, what the fuck is going on? Thinking their house is haunted because their TV just turned on out of nowhere.
I love it.
That's a good one, dude. That's a good one.
That's back in the day when you had a fucking a remote control for the fucking garage. You could click somebody else's garage door and it would open. And I love that. I love it. But wait, before we get off topic or not on topic, we have a former alumni or our Henry Hot Dog Syndicates.
Yes.
My man lost his father recently. It was very unexpected. And for those of you who don't know about it, there is a GoFundMe for Henry to help him out with whatever he needs as far as what he needs to do for the burial of his father. So I just wanted to make sure that everybody knew that there is a GoFundMe. If you're interested in helping him out, please do so. He is part of the craft beer community. He's part of the craft beer family. He's always going to be, in my opinion, part of the craft beer family. He's a brother to me. I love the guy very much. So for those of you who don't know about that, please hit him up. Let him know if you are interested in helping him out. That's all. That's what I just want to say.
Extremely nice family too, and we have a couple of us have been to the house for a party, and everyone was super nice to us and welcoming, and like very, very good family. So
Yeah, I mean that's what I think about our community. I mean, we all know each other, man. We're all pretty cool with each other, despite some of the little differences that we might have. We are definitely cool with each other. We try to help each other out, man. That's what I love about the craft beer community on Instagram.
Yes.
We'll definitely post a link on the church page to make sure that if you guys,
Yeah.
if you guys.
Sorry, I didn't want to end it without like letting
Absolutely.
out there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
no, thank you.
Thank you, creepy.
So everybody else, Monkey, what do you do for Halloween? What's your traditional thing to do? Like you guys?
Ice
Yeah,
Queen.
we do.
I know Ice Queen's laughing. So what I typically do is I shut the
Nothing.
lights off on my porch, and so nobody comes and knocks on my door, and I sit in the basement and either play Xbox or watch movies.
I appreciate that 100% because my wife
What a
used to do that.
I find that so grinchy. And we got into this argument yesterday because I was like, you're not gonna do that. If you're with me, you're not doing that.
Was that you argued? A couple arguing?
We didn't
I can't
argue.
believe that. No.
I said like,
It was an
bro.
argument.
I said, bro, what do you mean you're not gonna do anything? He's like, you like to do that? You do it. I was like, fine, fuck. I'll do it by my fuck.
I said, let me be me. Don't try to change me. Let me be me.
Right? You do you, brother.
Gee, right?
Right?
Try your good beer.
You do
Instead-
you, and
when-
she'll keep the nookie to herself because that's payment. She's like, you know what? You didn't want to do this.
No,
You
because
sit on
that's
the couch.
take what I need to take and then move on. But when it comes to like all my candy that I have, I'm gonna hide it.
You're gonna hide it.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
I don't expect a big turnout. We only got like 3 big bags of candy. That's it. I don't
I'm
expect.
gonna hide the J's I buy you.
I spent about $50 in candy.
50.
Yeah, I got about 6, and I guarantee you it's not gonna last.
No, see, no, we don't get many people here. Not much. And next year we'll get less people because everybody's gonna be pissed off at me for scaring the fucking kids. Now I gotta wash shit out of their underwear
No,
because Creepy
surprise.
wouldn't fuck it all up for me.
Like I think I might go pick up like a 12-pack or something and keep it in a cooler. and hands it out to the parents, because it's very surprising that when
Solid.
I dress up every year to pass out candy, and the parents love it, and the kids are like, ooh, like, but if I have a craft beer waiting for the parents, like, bro, just take this with you as you walk around with these kids, I think they might come back again. I think they'll come back.
That's not the point. You don't want them to come back again. You want
Yeah.
nobody to come to your house so you could just chill and live in peace.
Right?
Every day. I like them coming. I like to see their costumes. I love, like, especially like the tiny little ones that are like 2 and 3, barely can walk. They're like dressed like little ladybugs and all kinds of stuff. So cute.
Yeah, those are cute.
They are.
We
Super-
at the costume party yesterday, there was a little kid, the costume party. You guys know that performer Marshmallow?
Yes, with the X eyes.
And he was he dressed up as Marshmallow. He was like an all white everything, and then just he had like an actual like all the way around marshmallow head, and then he's carrying this little thing with like a mixing board.
Aw, that's cute. See?
Yeah.
I also like pets dressed up. Those are hilarious all the time. Those are really funny too.
Here it
Finally,
is.
these are women's undergarments.
Good for you.
These are women's pantyhose, by the way. Unused.
Yeah, okay. I
It'll
know
be
you-
better.
You look good with fucking lipstick on, bro.
What's up?
You look good with lipstick on.
Black lipstick, sure.
How was that shit, dude?
I mean, I have to admit, I do miss doing creepy, but like not after the last fucking post. I don't miss that shit. You know. God. All right.
All right,
So,
guys.
are there any other topics that we want to touch on before we close out?
Halloween. Everybody have a safe Halloween.
Well, we hit up the donation for Henry. We hit up the topic of Halloween, what we're gonna do. We hit up obviously Chug Week. Is there anything else you want to add to Chug Week? Is there anything different as far as the rules and stuff goes?
There's
The rules are still applying.
There's nothing different. 6 ounces or better, 16 ounce or 6% or better, 16 ounces or more. And you have to complete the chug in 15 seconds or less. Post it on IG, tag Chug Week Never Dies.
Oh, that's a good thing to bring it up. I'm sorry, because it's a different one, right? Because yesterday I did one and I was gonna tag it, but then I was like, wait, it's not a Hops Chaser no more.
Yeah.
So,
Chug,
Chug
Week Never Dies.
tag, right? Go ahead, Monkey.
Chug Week Never Dies. All one word, no spaces. Chug Week Never Dies. Tag that, and we will put the number chug that you're on within your post, and we'll count it. Like I said, it's just for fun. If you do 3 chugs, good on you. You know, you participated and we appreciate it. Doesn't raise money for any charity. It doesn't, there's no big prizes or anything. It's just for fun.
Imagine that, getting drunk for charity.
Imagine that.
Let me get wasted for charity.
It's not a bad idea. That's not a bad.
Imagine celebrating Halloween just for fun.
Imagine that.
Right.
So with that said, the church thanks you for your patronage. We bless you.
He did a dab.
I don't bless you. I'm sending you to the other direction.
We appreciate you.
I'm gonna anoint everybody one right now.
What do we say? Like, follow, and subscribe.
Yes, sir.
Like, follow, and subscribe. That's it.
That like button on that fucking
And
everything.
hit us up if you want to come talk about beer. Hit us up.
Hit us up individually. Drunken Monkey, Ricky with the Good Beers, Beer Lover, and Ice Queen Brews.
Yeah.
What did you shoot today?
And if you want to hang out and join us, to talk about beer, drink a beer, hang out with us. No obligation to chug. That's for us, but hang out with us.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. So, till next time, love y'all.
Cheers,
Cheers,
everybody.
motherfuckers.
Peace,
Bless
motherfuckers.
y'all, and cheers.